Hello again and welcome to another video. This is our BMW 440i Gran Coupe. This is the M Sport with the auto gearbox, the 8-speed ZF gearbox. The car is finished in sapphire black metallic. Now this car is showing two keepers, but officially it's actually a demonstrator plus one because it was registered on the 28th of March 18, and then the keeper had it on the 23rd of the 4th 18, literally, you know, a month later. So I would imagine this was the demonstrator at the BMW dealership, and so it's really only had one owner. It's just been pre-registered. So it's the 440, as I said. They have 326 brake horsepower on the 340. It's a 6-cylinder twin-powered turbo engine. That essentially what that means is it's a twin-core turbo. So there are two inlets into the turbo that make it more efficient and give it a bit more punch. Now the whole car has been detailed and machine polished. I have two people that spend time on our cars. One focuses on the outside and the other focuses on the inside. Now we'll kind of come in and we're going to point out any little chips or anything that you obviously find on cars. So if we come down to the front here, we've got these lovely BMW LED lights. We've got the front fog lights on this Gran Coupe. Front parking sensors. Now the front bumper, a couple of tiny little specks. Don't know if you can see those. Got the black gloss grills. These are genuine BMW M Performance black gloss grills. They're not from eBay. We put them on, so we know. And if you look at the front here, let me just try and get this dimmed down a bit. You see that reflection. So a couple of tiny little specky chips, but nothing to speak of, nothing nasty. A couple of tiny ones just down there on that bottom bit, all quite normal. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the stones get thrown up on the road and they're going to hit the front of the car. If we come up onto the top here, you'll see there's nothing nasty up here. And we've just touched these ones in so they show up more because the lacquer reflects. Once we've machine polished those down, they'll disappear a bit more. I did a video a few weeks ago on a car, and the spotlights above, we have very bright lights that you can see the reflection in the bonnet on the car. And when we went back and machine polished over, it just transformed it. You see the shine. It's like a mirror, to be honest with you. It's quite hard to actually video. If I just take you out, that's how much shine we've got on there. But all of the panels really nice. And then if we come down to these wheels, we've got the 704M 19-inch alloys, the Orbit Grey, and then we've got the M Performance brakes, which have these blue calipers. So I think they're about a 370mm. Brake discs are slightly bigger, about another 30mm I think it is roughly, and a bigger pad as well, so stronger braking. Really good brakes on these. Black gloss air vent on the side there. There are no ding dents on the car. When they come in, they get there's obviously a few you get on the panels, and if we see them, we have them done by the dent master or professional. And if you just see that reflection, look, no dents. And the machine polishing takes care of any little light scratches as well. You see that reflection. Just come all the way along. And we've got some Pirelli tyres on this one. Looks, yeah, Pirelli's. The M Sport brakes, this is the rear wheel on the near side. All of the alloys in nice condition. While we're here, we'll come up onto the roof. Before I started the video, I did cast my eye over the roof, and there was a little chip just in the center of the screen there that's touched in, very minor, and that was it. there wasn't anything else, no scratches. There's a bit of cobweb on the top there that's used to just wipe off, but other than that. So before we go round the car, let me just pan back out. So that's the side view of the Gran Coupe. A really nice, sleek looking car with pillarless doors, a much lower roof line than a 3 Series, which makes it look sort of longer, I guess, but a lot sleeker looking. Slightly lower when you sat in the car as well. I mean, at the end of the day, it is the coupe, be it a 5-door coupe. So in fact, let's come round the front. Whoops. And again, we'll just show you. So this is the driver's side wheel. Again, Pirelli star-rated tyres. Run flat. It's the P0s, and that star, excuse me, indicates that it's a tyre made for a BMW. So the compound of the tyre is suited to the way the BMW has its suspension set up, etc., the toe-in, etc. We've got heads-up display on this 440i as well. So there's the screen. We'll show you from inside the car afterwards. We've got connective drive. The camera up there. Probably a good idea to show you just along the top here, showing you from the other angle, from the other side, the bonnet, all nice and clean. All of the wing mirrors on the car, both sides, there's no scuffs. Again, if we come down and look down the side of the car, I'll try and hold it here for a second so you can scan your eyes over that. There are no ding dents. Just look how nice and straight these panels are. No previous paint down there. Nice, genuine car. Let's take you back to this back wheel. So, there's the rear one with the M Sport brakes. And the Pirellis. And if we come up, always worth looking around the filler caps, because this is an area where the fuel nozzles can scratch the car. And why is everyone panic buying at the moment? I don't know. There's no shortage for fuel. But look how clean that is. And you'll note, if we zoom in here, obviously the new fuel is out now, E10, which this is absolutely fine. Just E10 in the centre there. So it runs on the E10 fuel. Come up onto the top. Whoa, we're out of focus. Come on. There we go. Just show you that roof. So shiny. Come back out. Excuse my squeaky shoes. And there's the side profile from the driver's side. If we take a look round the rear, let's just come up onto the top. All lovely and glossy up here. So it's really hard to just come in nice and close. There's so much shine. Come back and show you the car from the rear. This is what happens with a black car in a white room. The camera. What's a pickup and all the light? There we go. Now let's just bring you in. Show you all the bumper. Oh, excuse. You don't want to see my legs, do you? Making the most of this weather that we've got in September. There's plenty of time to be wrapped up in the winter. Look at all the back there, so nice and clean. If we come down, zoom in on these. Look how clean these pipes are. Zoom in there. This is about as far as I can zoom in. But no damage down here either. You can see how nice and shiny that paint finish is. Right, well, let's take a look inside. We just, well, we're outside actually. So the BMWs have these little LED lights just under the door handles on all 4 doors. Really nice touch. And again, we've got the puddle lights under the doors down here. And if we come up, see the door card now. You may see at the top there, we've just been cleaning the inside of the car with a leather balm. And there's a few highs and lows on the black. And it's very hard to see that to the naked eye, but the camera picks up everything. So that's down to me, that one. So apologies. Anyway, we've got the HARMAN KARDON sound system. So we've got 16 speakers. There's 2 in the door here. There are more speakers under the seat. Further speakers up in front of the professional media. And more in the back that I'll show you as we go round. So all of the door card, there's no damage on it. There's a couple of very minor, this is just from keys, like really, I'm being really finicky here. You can hardly see it, but tiny little marks. But, you know, it's a used car, but it's a very clean one. No damage on the door edge. We look down here at the seals. No damage down here. All of the rubbers, all the way around, all in perfect order. No splits or anything like that. And if we come in, we've got the BMW mats. We've got electric seats as well. We've got airbags in the side of the seat, look, just down here. And we've just conditioned these seats. We've tried to wipe as much as it back off so it wasn't too shiny, but the camera might tell otherwise, so it's not going to be that shiny once it's soaked in. Now we've also got the professional media in the car. We'll show you this from the other side, but I'll just show you the trim on this side so you can tell, so you can see that there's no damage. All lovely on there. And these bolsters on the sides of the seat, either side, they inflate with the little black rocker button there. So it'll hold you into the seat. Let's take a look in the rear. So starting again with the door card. You can see that I haven't wiped this one. So there's no highs and lows on the door card. And no damage on the edge. The puddle lights underneath, all nice and clean under there as well, look. And then if we look at the door seals, there are no scratches or dents. What happens sometimes is these seat belts get caught in the door here and it can scratch them, dent them, but there's none of that on this car. Trying to have a good look around. More HARMAN KARDON speakers. They have a bigger amplifier as well with the HARMAN KARDON surround sound. All the backs of the seats are really nice. The little button on the side there, that's because the headrests, you can flip them forward for more support. Press the button, they flip back. The centre vents down there, no damage there. In fact, I don't think this car has had many people in the back because, I mean, we've just been leaning in here, so there's a few creases from where we've been leaning in, but the leather doesn't look like it's been sat in. It's really that nice. It's, like I say, those creases there are just, you know, when you push down with your hand, it leaves a crease. And we've just been leaning in there, so. But before we did it, it was all very, very smooth and neat. Right, we're going to open the boot with the key fob. Up it goes. So I've checked out the back of this parcel shelf as well. Just have a quick look up here and Couple of little scuff marks on the plastic there. One, oh, we're out of focus. One little one up there. Just something quite honest where it's, something's been in the boot, I expect. But very minor, and you don't really see it because it's in the boot and it's at the back. But no damage along here. Really nice condition. All of the carpets in the back, really nice condition. It's not had any pets in here or anything like that. You'd soon know if it had. All really nice and clean underneath. And then this side is for the locking wheel nut and the first aid. You can see just how nice and clean it is in there. So that's in there. Let's just put that back. There we go. And like I say, if you press and hold the key fob battery to close the boot, down it will come. If someone did duck their head in there, it will stop automatically. And on the iDrive system, if you have a garage you're going to park your car in and you don't want it to hit a beam above, you can set the height, so the maximum height, so it won't touch anything. So driver's side rear, door card, just had a good look over it. Yep, nothing on there. That's all nice, nothing on the edge. No tears in there from seat belts, because they get jammed, as I say, between here and the door. All of this is all lovely and clean. It's very bright this side today. Amazing how the light changes. We'll just take a look at these seats. So, look how good this lever is. Trying to tone it down and move slowly to keep in focus. Like I say, we've just put some, we're using the Auto Gleam one today because they don't need too much on these seats. You just want like a little light coverage and just let it soak in. Just keeps it nice and supple. There we go. So all nice in there. Just pointing out down the door edge here. It's not been chipped, it's not scratched all around the door handle or anything. There we go. And if we have a look inside, I'm just going to flip these lights off. So driver's door card. Yeah, no, that's clear again. There's nothing on there. Quite often there'll be like a little nick in one door card somewhere, but there's not anything on here. So that's all good. Just take a look at these door shuts and the rubbers. We've obviously got the electric seats, and on the driver's side it is a memory seat. So 2 memory positions. I think on these also it memorises your wing mirrors as well. So all good round there. Again, the HARMAN KARDON. Now, this car has the innovation pack. So the innovation consists of heads-up display that we mentioned, full black panel display. This one also has the digital cockpit, which is really nice. But we have the driving assistant, which is the anti-collision and lane departure warning with pedestrian warning as well. Excuse me. We have speed limit information. Just trying to think. Online entertainment, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless phone charging. Got it right that time. I usually say wireless Bluetooth charging or something. Let's start the car up. Make sure that's shut. So let me just move my paperwork. So in here, this is the wireless phone charger. So this, just pulls back for your phone, and the little blue light comes on just there to show you it's charging. It's also a sliding armrest, that's another option. So let's start with the digital cockpit. Let me just put this key down. I've got more hands. Okay, let's get this in focus. So mileage, let's show you the mileage. Let's go through the trip. 22,491 miles. So we're currently in comfort mode. So this is the display for comfort mode, and if we change the driver select button, we're going to Eco Pro. So you can see the window on the right's just gone Eco Pro. You can see the speed limiter down there at 30 miles an hour. So that will obviously show you, sorry, speed limit information. It will show you the speed limit of the road that you're driving on. We've got speed limiter just here, so that's why I'm getting confused. Right, and you'll see that this display is set up with your revs and the energy that you may or may not be saving. And when you go, when you come off of the brake, you'll see like a blue section fill up on there, so it shows you that it's charging. And if you look down in the middle at the bottom, it'll show you how many more miles you're getting to the gallon using the Eco Pro settings. In fact, if we come up here, let's just pan out a little bit. So Eco Pro, if we come down to configure, you'll see down in the bottom of this picture, it is 92% efficient with the settings that we currently have. Now, if we bring the speed down, if we alter our speed down to say 60 miles an hour, you'll see that now we've increased it to 97% efficiency. And then we've got Eco Pro for climate, so that will be more a more economic setting for the climate control, so it's not engaging it too much. It's just sort of ticking over. And then coasting. So what coasting does is when it's ticked, the vehicle will sort of go into automatic, into neutral when you come off the throttle. So it sort of free rolls, and that saves a lot of fuel as well. So you sort of anticipate a junction coming up, you come off the throttle, and the car will just coast along, and that saves fuel as well. So that's your settings. And if you go into comfort, it's a more balanced setting. We come into comfort on the digital cockpit. We'll then go into sport. So now we've got the speed on the left, and we've got, now if I put the car into gear, pull the paddles, you can see we've got the gear selection on the right, and then obviously if I put it, oh, it's and the speed would be on the left there. So we'll come, and also we can have the sport displays up here. You can change this to pounds per foot and brake horsepower, and you can configure it to adjust drive chain and chassis, etc. We go to Sport Plus, it then turns off part of the traction control, and you'll see on the screen here, you can see that it's turned part of the traction control for the top. If you were, and I'm not saying you should, press the traction control button and hold it, you'll notice we've now got dynamic stability control off as well. So that's the two different systems that you've got that work on the car: dynamic traction control and dynamic stability control. So both are off at this point. Okay, so we'll come back and I'll go back into comfort. So we have the professional media. All this can be controlled from the iDrive wheel, which we can write on the top of, and the shortcut buttons, but it is also touchscreen. Do that again. There you go. And we can move these, closer to, in reach, etc. Move it over here, wherever you want to put it. Tap on it. And And then on the left we've got all our if I just move one way than the other, all the sub menus, route guidance, enter destination for example, address input. If you click down on here, and then if you notice you can either type it in or voice command. So I'll use my finger on the top of the iDrive.
O.
And then you can shortcut over to the right if the city's there, or the village, wherever it is you're going. If we come, oh sorry, let's go back to map. Excuse me. Okay, so route, spoken instructions, traffic information, additional information, lots of stuff in here. Satellite images, that will change the map view. But what I was going to show you is the map view orientation. We currently have it in direction of travel. Now these can be saved on these buttons. Can you see that? We can save that window. If I then go back over to the right, sorry, left, we could then have perspective, a different view. Save that one on number 8. And these buttons can be used also to save telephone numbers. You can't save every window on the iDrive, but very handy for saving radio stations, telephone numbers. Obviously you have DAB radio, so with the DAB it's very easy to flick through all the channels, as you can see. Like so. If we come back out of there, we've got the music collection. This is the 80 gig hard drive, so you can download music into the car. Go once there's something in there, you can go across to the right, and it will give you the facility. You need to put something in with a CD or something, and we can manage mobiles. I'll just show you. So we can delete devices nice and easily. I find that Audi's really difficult to delete devices from, and then when you've deleted them, you're not sure whether you've deleted all your contact numbers either. But they obviously all work differently. But this is nice and easy. There we go, delete device. They're all out. So connect up, connect the device, hit on telephone. We've got the internet hotspot there. Now this car, does this car have Apple CarPlay? It's not on the list, but this can have the Apple CarPlay connected to it, either at BMW or an independent garage. Oh, sorry, garage that does software, etc. Just flipping the lights on. I'm just checking there is no Apple CarPlay. Okay, we've done the digital cockpit. Right, let me show you the heads-up display. So, for those of you that haven't seen heads-up display before, let me just get this. There we go. So, you can see the speed limit in the headlight of the car in front. Miles per hour is slightly to the right, and then you can see me flicking through the current list of radio stations. This screen will also show you your satellite navigation, directions and stuff like that. It's a really nice piece of equipment to have in the car, and with the digital cockpit, you don't very often get both, but it's nice to have both options. What I'll do also very quickly, so this is your collision warning. So there's a radar at the front of the car. You've got pedestrian alert as well. So during the day, it will actually alert you if someone's going to run out in front of you. Very clever. And you can set the warning point early, medium or late. We'll leave it on early. Save lives. And then we have lane departure warning. So the steering wheel will vibrate if you cross the white line and move out of your lane, and you know it's on because there's a little window, little icon down there in amber which shows you that as well. Now if we go back to the beginning on here, I just think I need to speed up because it's 30 minutes long, the video already. My vehicle, This vehicle hasn't been in for its service yet, but all of your intelligent safety is in there. Look, iDrive, all down the right. If we go to vehicle status and come down to service, so it's the pre-delivery, so it's due its service. So yep, so it's due its service about now, coming up, so that will be done. Front brake pads will be looked at and changed by looks of it as well. The brake fluid and the rear pads have got plenty on. I think this might have another service done, but we'll check that. So it's due its service, which is coming up shortly, and we'll get that done. He's currently away on holiday. Dare he go on holiday, our BMW man? But yep, he's on holiday, so. 2 pulls. So this is the beast, the 6-cylinder twin-powered turbo engine, say 326 brake horsepower. I was just saying that you've got 2 ports on the turbo, which is situated down in here. Really nice, smooth engine. All cleaned very carefully under here with WD-40. Nice, safe product. All lovely and shiny under here as well. And that's our engine bay. Put that down. Always drop the bonnets, don't ever push on them, because that will put a dent in the front of your car eventually. Well look, thank you very much for watching the video. Sorry it was a little bit long this time, but if you have any questions, please give us a call. This car hopefully will be serviced by the end of next week when he's back, and we have all different finance options and warranties, all main, well, we have everything that you need. So please give us a call. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.